Conflicts in workplace can be disastrous if not handled properly. In fact, conflicts are the sources of most office politics that we have seen. When employees or teams they get into conflicts, people may get frustrated or they may get irrational in committing something doesn't make sense to many people. People may get burned out, people may get frustrated, companies may see employees turnover, and in worst case scenario, it may damage the company reputations. Conflict comes in two parts, the differences of positions and the differences of interest. Differences of positions are what we are bargaining about or arguing about, and the differences of interest are the motivations on what we are arguing about. In conflict resolutions, it is very important that we focus on resolving the interest behind the parties rather than the positions itself. I don't think it is possible to eliminate or avoid conflicts. Conflicts comes naturally in any mankind. However, we can resolve conflicts properly by applying a proper conflict resolution techniques. Both parties or all parties will have to have a common desire that they want to resolve the conflicts in order to proceed. Without that, there's no grounds, no fundamentals that they will not be able to resolve in any conflicts. I think EQ, or I say in control, is very important in any negotiations, any conflict resolutions, and any heated discussions, because we tend to give our personal feeling and elements into that discussions, especially in the heated discussions. We may go irrationals in our mindsets because we feel that our value is being intruded. So it is important that we stay logical, stay focused on what are we trying to achieve and work towards that. And that's how we define as high EQ, to make sure we are in control in any situation. Fairness is important in resolving conflicts because each parties will need to have a feeling or perception that their interests are being addressed in the commonly acceptable resolution. Trust is a crucial element in conflict resolutions among the parties, because if there's no trust, then the parties may not be willing to express their interests or the reasons behind what they're arguing about, as they want to protect their own interest. It is a self-defense mechanism for a human being. So if there is no trust among the parties, it may be a good idea to engage a third party known as a mediator to help each parties to, or all the parties to achieve a mutually acceptable resolutions on the conflicts. Well, number one, the third party, the mediator, is a well-trained and independent person that will not be known to each parties. They can build trust among each of the parties, and they will be able to come up with a common interest and a list of tasks on what they are trying to resolve, and then they will be able to come up with a mutually acceptable solutions, a mutually acceptable resolutions that are acceptable to both parties to ensure both parties' interests are properly addressed.